Here you go now, fellas. Here we go. Look at this. Revel Brewing Company, Juicy IPA, 8%. Now that's limited. It's not an everyday thing. Lucky to get one, I guess. Proudly centered in an aerial outline of our riverside home of Bulimba. The Revel Spark represents our passion for fresh, local and independently crafted beer. 2.4 standard drinks, 8%, which got me right in. And here we go, let's have a crack at this one. Having a crack. I think that comes from the Irish immigrants to Australia. I think I've got a bit of Irish blood on my mum's side, but anyway, who's to know where they were from before Ireland? And the same with England, you know, like plenty of Europeans in England. Cheers, guys. Here we go. Revel Juicy IPA, 8%. Kick ass. Nice effervescent head. Flavour's pretty good. It's a bit different to the normal beer you'll drink. A bit like mustics for some reason. Tiny bit sweet. And then it, you know, bitters up a little bit, but let's read it up. The Juicy IPA is everything we love about IPA, featuring a couple of our favourite hops that throw tropical fruit punch in a glass vibes. It's fragmented with New England IPA yeast strain to add the extra fruitiness and juicy mouthfeel. And mine's just salivating reading it. Quintessential to this style. Punching at 8%, this is one to look out for. Because you'd see some companies putting that out as a double IPA because it was 8%, but yeah, come on. That's a big kick-ass IPA, and it's kicking. Not bad. Different. It's not a West Coast. That's not really an East Coast IPA. That's an Aussie invention, this one. Very, quite unusual. What are these guys? Oxford Street. I said it before, Bulimba, but that doesn't mean shit in my... And I was pretty good at the old geography of the world. I'm guessing, as this for a wild guess, I might have heard of it. It might be in New South Wales. That's all I know. Oh, it might be Queensland. Anyway, one of the two. It's not here, I don't think. Wouldn't think. Anyway, they got the bolt. You're kidding. The lightning bolt. I had that on my first business card, the lightning bolt. I had a girlfriend talk to someone and they said he's an egomaniac. He's got the lightning bolt through his name, and my name was inside the lightning bolt. And it went from the start, or the end of the company name, my name through the lightning bolt down to the phone number. I thought that was what I learnt graphics for 4 fucking years was all about. And I get rubbish for it. That's ridiculous. Anyway, it is what it wasn't. Juicy IPA, look out for this one, 8%. I don't think it was cheap, probably $9 or something, but fair enough for 8%. We're paying $1 a percentage in Australia for a boutique beer. let's call it boutique, a craft brewed, you know, something with a bit of something going on. I'm a bit worried about Pirate Life. They're pumping out all those beers since they've been bought out, and they're all 6% in smaller cans. It's all profit driven. It's not like the old days, but not that they were ever cheap. But their double IPA was a beautiful thing in the big can. I think everyone's bought a few of them over the years. Anyway, let's get back to the story. What was the story? There was no story. Life goes on. So I heard today, so if Putin and Trump, well, it should be Trump because he's the real president, but Biden, if Biden and Putin sit down and they both agree that Ukraine won't go to NATO and it won't go to Russia. So they have their independence, and there's a bit of a buffer zone between NATO and Russia. Fair enough. He'll take his troops out and back to status quo. And that's what I want. And it should be done quickly. I don't want any more deaths, any more suffering. It's getting ridiculous. I don't want Russian people dying. Or Ukrainians. You know, anyone invades a foreign country, they deserve to fucking get their asses whooped. Because it's their country. They're born there. It's their country. If you're born in a country, it's your country. That's it. And you don't really have to pay for it. You can just live there. But they keep tricking us with education and bullshit media that we've got to pay to live in our own country. No, it's our country. Fuck off. I reckon we've got to change the government. It's all gone fucking skew it. 3 tiers of government all fucking siphon funds out of the people that own the land. Are you kidding at me? They put up the price. Like, they're just scamming us. You buy the property and then you pay rent every year. Rates is like rent. I remember a guy saying to me, he lived in a cheap area with his wife and he worked his guts out. Got plenty of money, did a couple of wise investments, bought in Hawthorne. He said it was the worst thing he ever did. We went shopping for food, it cost twice as much as bloody Oakley or wherever he was from. And the rates were $2,000. I'm talking back in early 80s. And they were like 300 in Oakley. You know what I mean? You want to live in a good area, you got to pay for it. Through the friggin' nose. That's amazing. That's the way the world works. Kookaburras just come in for a feed. I've got some food there. I can dig some, I reckon I've got some pork. I was given some pork. Hello, Cooker. Cook, cook, cook. You want a din-din? Hello, Cooker. Alright, I better go and feed the fucking kookaburras. Get on with it. This one's a bit of a maniac drink. I've had a few drinks. Anyway, I needed to just talk about the normal shit that's going down in the world. Someone said today on YouTube that Fauci was in not house arrest, but in witness protection. Yeah, anyway, the whole deck of cards have fallen down, I reckon. And Zucker baby's been caught out for fucking violating election integrity rules. Anyway, we'll see what happens. It's getting interesting, actually. Getting real interesting. Cheers, guys.